I'm Lish.
And I'm D.
And this is
Allow It.
Oh, allow it, fam.
Okay, please. I'm talented. I'm talented. Why are you taking this away from me?
Whoa.
It's okay. Haters
Allow
gonna
it,
hate.
allow it,
Potatoes
allow
are
it.
gonna potate, and tomatoes
Not
are going to
potatoes
tomate.
are gonna potate.
Yeah, because that's okay. Just because I'm talented in other ways than just one, than being a podcaster now.
A
I can-
podcaster
I
or
can
a
also-
potato. Potato. How am I
Potato.
supposed to say it?
Potato.
Potato.
Yeah. What do you say?
Potato. I say potato.
You say potato too.
I say potato.
Yeah,
Right?
I say tomatoes.
Tomato.
Yeah, you say tomato.
Tomatoes.
Don't talk about these American accents that be giving people the ick.
Ooh.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Apparently, there's an issue with American accents.
Ooh.
To be honest, I don't even notice yours anymore.
Yeah, I don't feel like.
I don't notice yours anymore.
I feel like I'm European now.
Yeah, exactly. I used to be really quite
Not quite British, but I'm European.
European.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you've got the mix
Have
packed
Have a
now.
little twang going.
Yeah, people still hear it in the background. People that are, that love the, oh, you're American.
Yeah.
Oh, bring me in.
It's not strong at all. I'm not
Exactly.
giving Valley. I'm not giving Staten.
No.
Not really giving nothing. I'm not giving Texas.
Exactly. I used to be bothered by my accent because people couldn't really tell where I was from.
Yeah,
And they'd
that's
be
true.
like, oh, are you from there? Are you from there? And I thought that people were saying that I'm pretending to be from somewhere. Does that make sense?
People would ask if you were American.
Yeah, people would say, are you? And people still ask me if I'm American
Yeah.
till this day. Definitely not. And people would be like, oh, so how long have you been here? Or something along those lines. But it was never a case of, oh, yeah, you're definitely Zimbabwean. So I used to be really self-conscious about it because like I said, I thought that maybe people are saying, oh, you're trying to be something that you're not because of your accent.
because of your accent.
But it just dips in and out from wherever I'm at. If I'm at home, obviously there's the Nigerian influence there. In order for me to even be heard in that house, I need to definitely do something to speak loud, do whatever I need to do with the accent, and then.
That's true. Are you too busy? Do you have somewhere to be?
No, why? Last time you were looking at your phone. You were looking at your watch. I'm looking at my phone.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. My emergencies are not here with
Don't
me.
worry.
So I have to make
So
sure.
just in case.
Exactly.
I have to
just
be
in
available.
case. I just have to make sure.
So, yeah, I think this week we definitely have to talk about the fact that age ain't nothing but a number.
It sure ain't.
It ain't nothing but a number. I would love to tap in to thoughts about huge age gaps in relationships.
I love how you become randomly politically correct
I know, right?
when you start talking about that,
like,
just in case.
I just,
You
just
don't
in
wanna
case, I don't want to rattle, I don't want to ruffle
feathers.
any feathers. You people out there are mean. I don't want nobody coming
Sorry,
from
I'll
my
let
neck.
you finish going.
Yeah, so Miss Drea, she announced on International Women's Day that she was pregnant by Mr. Jalen, an NBA player who is 22 years, I believe he is.
Okay.
And Drea, obviously, she's 39. She's gonna be 40 soon, and the social media is in an uproar. But I feel like there's a divide. There's some people saying, "Yeah, girl, go get yours." Other people are finding it to be disgusting. They're in an outrage. They're just like, "How could you?" However, I do believe that women are getting more slack for this type of behavior than men do.
And women are gonna get more slack because it's not necessarily prominent with women.
Yeah.
It's not something that happens often. So when it does happen, people notice more. It's like with men, it happens
all the time.
More or less all the time, that they end up either dating someone who's maybe just even a couple of years younger to 10, 15 years younger, and it doesn't matter because people have got this notion that men don't age, but they're like, okay, they have no body clock or whatever clock that they give women.
They have babies
exactly.
whenever.
They can have babies whenever. They can do what they want whenever. They can even have babies or 3, 4, 5, 6 different previous relationships and have one with the 20-year-old and it not being a problem because people don't see an issue with that. But if anyone who's a woman who's then older ends up, let's say, with several relationships or ends up with someone younger, people will notice that more. Do I think it's right? No, regardless of whether it's a man or a woman. My point is, it's not like, what do you have in common
with the 22-year-old?
You're nearly 40. You got a 22-year-old son, and now your boyfriend is 22. Like I said, someone said, what did someone say? They said, your brother dad or something. He's gonna end up being her son's brother dad.
Your brother dad.
Exactly, yeah.
Which is crazy because though on the same accord though, as I said with men, you know, bigger men get accolades for being that age and having a 20-year-old or a 19-year-old on their arm. I think even I'm not sure if it was Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, he keeps on having
loads of kids. He ended up did he not end up marrying his adopted daughter or
something like that. And he said technically we're not related. So it shouldn't matter. And one of those guys from what's that boy group? Is it Raspy or Omarion? What's that from B2K? You know that guy, he ended up marrying that girl from church.
Marcus Houston.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was immature.
Exactly. So
and he's been getting a lot of slack for the, you know, people are like he was grooming her.
He was.
But you know, women don't get the same. Women can never groom little boys into, you know,
because apparently somehow men are sexual beings from such a young age, so they're just seen as sexual objects, not objects, but do you know what I mean? They're seen to be like, even if they're 20 or 21, they can lay whoever they want, regardless of the age. Whereas with women now, especially because we have these groups and we have these platforms, and of course now everyone is super and hyper aware about young women being exploited and, you know, people being exposed. We're listening or / reading to the list.
See that
exactly.
Yes.
Not even that. What's the one, the guy that ended up killing himself in the prison? The one where the list
Jeffrey
where
Epstein,
the Epstein diaries and all of that, the list there too. So because it's been highlighted, I think people are super concerned about young women being in those situations, but not realizing that young men end up being in those situations too, because it's that whole, sometimes it's mummy trauma, sometimes it's because they just want to do what they want and they got money.
Yeah, and I do feel like there is an untold space for especially Black men to discuss a lot of the trauma that they've faced in their childhood, hence that they've brought into their adulthood. For instance, like a Common.
Oh yes, exactly. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And you see that he dates all of these prominent, very successful women, but he can never fully commit. And that's based on his past traumas.
That's why I can never look at... I used to think I think I've told you, I used to think he was quite fine. But then he started dating every one of the people that I look up to. I'm like, calm down, sir. There has to be... At some point, there's actually maybe something wrong. Yeah, there has to be like something wrong with you. in a way, because he keeps on dating all these women, and then he ends up breaking up with them because he doesn't want to commit, or they break up with him knowing that he doesn't want to commit. But everyone knows that he doesn't want to commit, and they still.
But then also, who knows? You might be the one to change his mind.
Exactly. Yeah.
In regards to not wanting to commit anymore. I mean, I don't know. I just feel with Drea, I agree. I'm kind of just like, what are you gonna speak to a 22-year-old about? And I don't know. Probably I feel like there needs to be a responsibility in regards to an older woman getting pregnant by a young man.
I don't know what that was about.
At the start of his career. If you want to date him, fine, fair enough. You know, have fun with your little boy toy. But to get pregnant?
He's too much of a little boy toy for my liking. She could have gone for like a 30-year-old, you know, and it would have been completely fine. Because that's still quite a significant gap in age. That's 11 years or so. You know, she would have been completely fine with the 30-year-olds. But he just signed 200 million contract or whatever it is. So she knows she's set for life and that kid is set for life. My issue is that she's got her own money, number one. Number two, her other two baby fathers, they've got loads of money too. So she's good.
Yeah.
I understand that a lot of people are saying, oh, it's because of the contract. And I'm like, but that might not necessarily be the case. I think
I don't think it's the contract because she has her own money. She has her own money. She's a self-made woman.
Yeah, she genuinely just hunted him down, wanted him, and then ended up just getting pregnant. And she's been she's like 7 months pregnant. So that means
she's been pregnant
for basically the beginning of their relationship when he was 21. Yeah, that's something else. That's something else. But look at the age difference with Cher and her man. Remember the guy that used to date Amber Rose?
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
So, but then this also comes into play when we talk about what is an acceptable age gap, and then when does it actually not really matter anymore? Because that guy, isn't he in his 30s?
He is in his 30s actually. So that's what someone was saying in the comments to say, well, legal age is 18, so after 18 is fair game. For anybody,
like a 41-year-old woman that married that 18-year-old
yeah,
boy.
but I'm just saying, yes, it is fair game because they're according to the government they're technically legal, but it's just morality wise, and ethically, and also your son, you got a son the same age. Like it's just strange behavior. Morally, it's not. I don't feel like it's right, but some people just don't care really. They might not have the morals that be hanging that way.
How would you feel if one of your sons brought home a Drea?
First of all, God forbid. First of all, let's just clarify.
How would you feel?
And he's not bringing anybody home either. I don't want no women in my house. I'm not interested. Unless you're gonna marry someone, don't bring nobody home because guys date all the time. So can you imagine all the girls that they be dating to be bringing each one to the house? I'm not interested in that. And I've got 3 boys. So can you imagine my carpet will actually have a line through it of girls walking into the house in rotation, just meeting me 24/7. That's not gonna happen.
Oh my gosh!
Don't bring no girls to my house. I'm not interested. Bring your wife and that's it. If you decide to get married, if you don't, then leave it alone. Your long-term partner or whatever, bring that person. Don't be bringing me the girls that you're dating from 18 until you God knows how many age. Yeah. But yeah, I genuinely don't think I think morally with the way I'm raising them, they'll know better. So I don't think it would happen. So they might not even tell me. So it could be happening in the background, but they wouldn't tell anybody.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So they'll be smashing and passing, but they would not be telling no one except for their homeboys to say, oh, yeah. But besides that, they wouldn't tell me. Yeah. I wouldn't know.
Do you think he has mommy issues? Because they say for women that prefer older men, it's daddy issues. Yeah. So I wonder,
it's very likely that he's got mummy issues. And I tell you, there's a lot of men with mummy issues, and they don't accept it because the whole mummy issues thing doesn't ever come up. Really, it's normally women have got daddy issues, but there's men out there that are looking for their mothers in partners. Yeah, all the time. They're looking for their mothers. It's either the girl's similar to the mother in her mannerism, in the way she looks, in what she does, characteristics, any of those things. And you're like, how are you trying to find a partner with that is like your mother? It's strange. It's the same thing that women do. It's exactly
you want someone like your dad.
Mm-hmm. And we spend years talking about how Diddy and Cassie look great together. And Cassie was a baby.
That was grooming.
Yeah,
as well, right?
that was full blown grooming.
That was.
Yeah,
She met
but
him
we
when she was 16,
exactly we blindsided that because no one really.
It's acceptable for a man to be with a younger female. I mean, I said age ain't nothing but a number. Late Aaliyah and R. Kelly, that was also a grooming situation as well. But men have always gotten away with it. Yeah. So now women are coming to the forefront and they're with younger men and they're getting a lot of heat for what men have been doing for ages.
They shouldn't be getting away with it either. So neither men or women should be getting away with it. Would you date someone younger? Would you have dated someone younger?
I wouldn't have dated a 22-year-old.
Not a 22-year-old. Just someone younger. Yeah, hypothetically, let's give it 5-10 years.
Not 10, maybe 5.
Okay, so if
I would say 5 if the price is right. No, I'm joking.
Not if the price is right.
I'm not dating a younger guy to take care of him. I'm not
You're
not
just
a cougar.
not doing that.
No, I'm not a cougar. I'm not
a cougar. Because if you think about it, 10 years is a lot because you'd have been 30, you'd have been 20. So let's say
5 is my max.
Say that makes sense. 25 and 30.
Yeah, five would be max. Yeah. I could definitely do 5 years.
I could definitely
younger.
I never had an issue with dating someone that's younger when I used to date, basically. Yeah. And let's say, for instance, if I was still dating now, and maybe when I eventually turn 40, don't run, by the way, to 40. Calm down. Calm down. I'm going to turn 30 eventually. Not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon.
When I do, if I was to meet someone and I was 40 and single, if I was to meet someone who was 30 and single, I would date them.
At 30 and single?
At 30 and single.
See, that's back to where it's a numbers game then, right?
Well, yeah, it is a numbers game. But 1 minute, I'm trying to think. If I was going to turn 40, the eldest would be what 10?
Probably. The eldest would be 10.
Camille. How old would Camille be when I turn 40?
Oh, probably 10.
About 10. Yeah, a 10-year-old with a 30-year-old stepdaddy. That's fine.
Yeah, okay.
They'll be hanging out.
That's fine.
But I'm not having, let's say, me at 50 and then Camille at 20. Right? That's right.
Yeah.
Camille at 20 and then a 30-year-old man in the house, because they're just homeboys now. My son and my new and my new boo. I don't know. It's strange that way. Then they're just homies.
I feel like if they're not in the same if they're not in the same number. So because Camille's in his 20s and the guy's in the 30s, I feel like that's okay.
I don't know.
I feel like they shouldn't touch the same number. They should never be able to cross over the same number.
So let's say Camille's 25, he's 28.
Because then at one point they're gonna cross over.
Yeah, they're homeboys by then. Yeah. They're dabbing in the hallway. Yeah. What's good?
The numbers shouldn't cross over.
Yeah, we're not doing that. They should basically not have anything in common whatsoever.
They shouldn't be brother daddies.
They shouldn't be brother daddies at all. They shouldn't be brother daddies.
They shouldn't be brother daddies.
Yeah, they shouldn't be brother daddies.
Because I even, a couple years ago, the last baby that Mick Jagger had, wasn't his baby mama like in her 20s as well?
I think so. Some small age. Some small girl. Yeah, it's actually the sad reality out here. The sad reality. If you... I don't know. Because some of these girls are doing it to maybe elevate their career. Do you understand? Because they're young.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing it to elevate their career. But with the women, I'm just thinking they're just doing it for the shits.
Or, no, not technically for the shits. Because, the age gap is not that... it's significant with the person that I know. But...
Well, someone who's married someone who's a lot younger. A woman, right?
Yeah. But
come on, spill the tea. What's the gap?
So okay,
just give me a gap.
It's a significant gap. It's nothing crazy because she doesn't. She it's not like 18 and 40 years old.
So what?
It's nothing
10 years?
crazy. Probably 10. Let's say max 10.
All right then.
Maybe even under 10.
Okay, cool.
But she was dating men her age, her age and older. and they were the commons. They were playing games. They weren't ready to settle
Isn't
down.
that mad?
They weren't ready.
Yeah,
just
they're not-
wasting
because
her
they-
damn time.
They've been wasting all these women's
Yep.
time during this whole entire time. Now they're going to try and continue to waste people's time the whole time.
Just wasting.
That's all they do.
Yep.
Until they're like in their 60s.
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
you want to knock up a 20-year-old.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing with some men, actually. That's very true. Be wasting time since records began.
Yeah, so this is what I feel like the difference is, hence why I said, I mean, I wouldn't do what Dre is doing.
Mm-hmm.
However, on the other side, I understand that sometimes you meet a younger man and that man has got it together. He's more prepared to start a family with you, to build the foundation that you want relationship wise, than that same man that's your age mate or even older.
And because of this economy too, it's cheaper to live together. He most probably wants to settle down. It's cheaper, it's economical, and he can get someone to do his laundry. You see, this is where my problem lies now, because I'm a big woman now.
Another mom.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a big woman now. I ain't got no time to be doing no one's laundry, cooking for someone and all of that stuff. To be like someone is going to be on their, they're going to be gaming for hours and end. They're going to be clubbing for hours and end. I don't have any time to keep up. Look at Simon. Is his name Simon? The guy that was with Portia from the Real Housewives.
Yes.
That guy was sleeping in the club half the time.
He was
because
tired.
He was so tired.
He was tired. He couldn't
Portia's
keep up.
turning up and he just could not keep up. And it's like, okay, you want someone younger, but can you keep up?
What was their age gap?
I don't know. Because he was just always tired, that
Exhausted.
guy. Yeah, now they're getting divorced now anyway. The relationships, they very rarely last. Cher and that guy have been on and off.
Oh yeah,
now
I can't keep up with those two.
Yeah, I can't keep up. One day they're off, one day they're off, one on, off, on, off. They very rarely last because I think after a while, just that gap is just too much for them to consider. Their non-negotiables, trying to keep on cutting them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really, it's very rare that even when it's a man and a younger woman, it's also rare that the relationships last.
That's very true. Yeah,
it's also very rare that the relationships last because after a while, you're just so different. You're different people anyway in general that have come together to try and with a compromise, right? To try and be and all that equally yoked bullshit. Please stop. Because people are out here these days. It's the sewer out here in these streets, right? Trying to find someone who's stable and who's willing to, settle down and be just a good human being and not do this and do that. So it's very hard out there as it is to then try and find what you were saying, twin flame doesn't exist.
No. And then as you said too, with the age gap too, a 10-year age gap, when you guys are both when one person is 30 and the other one's 40, you're still young. You don't really feel it. But as you guys both continue to age, that age gap will definitely become more prominent within the relationship.
Yeah, it
100%.
It definitely will. Because it's just, as time moves on, you're all keeping up with certain things that... I was watching something... and it's these like prominent YouTubers, or was it like Drewski or something, Drewski and Kai or something like that. After a while, I was just getting annoyed. I'm too old for this. I said, he's funny.
I'm still trying to figure out what Kai does though.
He's a streamer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is he playing video games?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's just playing video
24/7.
games.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All day.
Wow.
In his room, and he just invites people to come to his room and his house basically, and then he will still be streaming in the background. Because he's actually got sponsors and stuff like that. So the streaming from the gaming will still be in the background.
Okay.
While he has people there. Remember he had Nikki.
Yeah.
But recently he had Drewski. And it randomly came up. You know how YouTube has got the autoplay?
Oh, yes. So it just pops
randomly pops up. And I watched, the first 5 minutes because I was like, okay, these guys... I like Drewski. He's actually quite funny. But then after a while, I was just getting irritated. Because I'm just, I'm
too old for this.
Exactly. I was just like, I'm too old for this. I just clicked off. I said, man, I'm just getting irritated. I was like, this is how age is really starting to catch up with me. I'm just getting irritated.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm out of touch with that whole I've been trying to figure it out for ages.
Yeah, and then you haven't bothered now.
Yeah, I saw a clip of him pretending to be in jail or creating a prison.
Exactly.
And
he did the faux prison.
I was very confused.
You were confused.
Yeah,
Christian,
what's going
on there.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she was in there. She was one of the only other girls that were in there. There was a few different people in there.
Oh, so they were mixed. It wasn't just...
Yeah, it was mixed. Okay. It was a mixed prison.
Co-ed.
I know. Just nonsense. Do you get what I mean? Do you get... And, I'm not hating on him because I love it when these young black boys are making money and they're doing their thing. And also they're actually dominating the industry. I think it's great. He's been... there's someone that's gone above him now, but he used to be the number one streamer. But there's someone that took over, I think, a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's great. But I don't think it's meant for me to get anyway, to be honest. And this, going back to people with the age gaps, they start trying to look young.
Yeah. I
think they start getting
Simon
surgery. Exactly.
Simon was trying
They start dressing like they're not. They start trying to dress like their kids. The women start doubling up on the Botox. They start trying to do things that they don't normally do.
Yeah.
Like you don't normally. This is not you, but because the person that you're with is younger than you, you start trying to keep up.
Yeah. Even I think Larsa and her.
Oh my goodness! Don't speak to me about
Marcus
that,
as well.
That situation really just. That situation is really quite irritating. But she's always had all of that work done.
Yeah, she's always had that work done.
But she's just doing extra bits these days just to stay relevant. Yeah. And it's like, you don't need to do all of that stuff. Yeah. If you say that this is the person, this is your lover, this is the person that you think you're going to spend the rest of your life with and all of those things, because they be saying that when they're together for that 5 minutes.
I think they've also had a on and off.
Yeah, they've been off, but now I think they're back on again. But I don't know, people can't be keeping up with these celebrities. Otherwise, you end up losing your mind. You just end up just face your front and keep it pushing. People that are not even
in my tax bracket.
Exactly. And people that are not even celebrities, actually, that date outside of their age range, rather. They also try and keep up. Let's say people you meet in work and stuff like that, and they say, "Oh, I'm dating someone younger." You can tell that they're trying so hard. Next thing you know, they're wearing gator skin high boots, and it's like, girl, nobody. It's like, stop it.
I gotta keep.
I gotta
keep up with these young
trying
girls.
to keep up, exactly.
I gotta keep up with these young girls.
If that's always been your style, then fair enough. But if it's just recently changed because you're seeing someone young, don't come for me after this. Can you imagine? Yeah. God forbid I end up with someone exactly.
That's why I'm keeping my mouth. Shut.
Yeah, but you said you definitely wouldn't.
I would do 5 years. I always wanted to date older guys.
Yeah,
I have always dated older guys in the past, and my cutoff mark was always either. You can't be older than my brother because there's a big age gap between me and my older siblings. And you couldn't be older than my dad or even the same age as my dad. So, there was a numbers game to it. There was a cutoff
There's always a cutoff point.
However, as I get older, that has shifted. Okay. I realized I don't want to be with an old man.
Yeah, that's true. It's just the upkeep as well.
Yeah. I don't want to be with an old man.
The upkeep. I want to be pushing this wheelchair.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to do that.
I don't want to be pushing anybody in the wheelchair and looking at the clock. Every time they wake up, you're like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely
he's up again. I thought I was done with this.
No.
Because sometimes, especially with people getting older, what is it called? What's the R term? They regress, right?
Yeah, they regress.
They become like babies.
Yep.
So then you're over here. No, that's not what we're doing.
Basically, moving backwards.
Yeah, that's not what we're doing.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I want to, I would want someone either my age or younger, but not.
Yeah,
not older. No, absolutely not.
No more.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. I've always said a little bit younger. To be honest, I don't think I ever cared when I really dated when I was younger. In general, when I was in my 20s, I don't think I never really had the thought to say, oh, this person is obviously I wouldn't be with like a 70-year-old or something, or 50-year-old, or even a 40-year-old.
That's what I said. Well,
yeah. That's why you should just be quiet, because this internet,
they'll start pulling up
this
receipts.
internet has no mercy.
Pictures will start coming from
Exactly.
Facebook. Who is this?
That's why I deactivated
Who's
my
this
Facebook.
guy?
But Facebook is such an idiot, because you know everything still stays within
Yes,
Facebook.
exactly. You can't delete Facebook. You cannot delete it. It's there forever.
And why weren't we told then? Because then we wouldn't have posted a darn thing.
Exactly.
And you know those club pictures as well from back in the day.
My Facebook is a scary place.
Oh my God.
It's scary.
You know when you're just in the club and there used to be just club photographers in there, and they used to just take pictures.
Shiny.
Exactly.
Yeah, your hair was to one side.
Oh my God.
No.
You just be hanging with randoms. And now it's there for the rest of
forever.
Eternity. And anyone can really bring it up.
No. Yeah.
Now that you're a local celebrity,
people
are gonna be digging in your Facebook.
No, local celebrity.
I'm even my phone dropped.
You don't even need to go to Facebook. Catch me at Westfield any day of the week. I'm out there looking crazy. I'm looking
giving very much crazy.
I'm giving crazy.
Yeah, there we go. Giving very much crazy.
Giving straight out of hell.
That was me at the school run on Friday. I tell you, that school run took me out. It took me out. I wasn't ready for it. I was like, and the next thing I know, I'm already out of the house. I'm like, wow, what do I even look like? Did I even look in the mirror? No. Oh my goodness. My kids were most probably like, this woman is just out here looking crazy. I said to him, I said, do I look okay? He said, you look fine. You look fine. As long as you're not wearing that wig that I told you not to wear. Oh. Because he's got this thing about wigs. He said we went to Peckham. No, I think I told you. We went to Peckham and he could see the wigs there. And then he was like, Mummy, don't you dare buy a wig. Because actually, that I think about it, he rarely actually sees me with...
I'm like, has he ever seen you with a wig on?
Actually, I don't think so. Excuse me.
Don't die now.
I know. If I die, who's gonna replace me?
Oh my God. I may have to build up a roster of people. See, are you free?
You're gonna be doing like the Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah,
different people every week, and then hoping for the best.
Not like the Breakfast Club. Oh my gosh.
It'd be like the Breakfast Club. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's not good. Even Diddy's current baby mother, she's quite young too.
Oh, the Asian chick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She's got her own though. You know, she's a lawyer and stuff like that. She's quite a big girl. Yeah, she's got her own stuff. But him and Young Miami.
Yeah, that's another
significant quite age gap. No one said anything about that. Everyone was telling her to get her back.
Get
blah,
her
blah,
back.
Blah, blah, blah. Exactly.
Wasn't she calling him uncle?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm making things up. What's she calling? Was she calling him uncle?
Talking about calling uncle. How do you feel about the whole calling someone daddy situation?
Oh, that's what she called him.
Daddy, yeah. She got Papi.
Papi. As I said, let me not say anything because...
Do you call your boo daddy?
No, not my current situation.
What does that say about the current situation if you don't call him daddy? Let me not... Maybe that might be for another episode.
That's for another episode.
What does that say about your current relationship if you don't call him daddy?
If I don't call him daddy.
What does it say? You don't call him papi?
I do not call him papi.
No?
No.
Okay. It's never been my thing. I'm not calling anybody daddy. Let's just be clear. Yeah, if that's your thing, I'm not the person for you. Exactly. Daddy. Oh no, I'm not calling anybody daddy.
Daddy's home.
Oh hell no.
Daddy's home.
You clearly have practice.
Yeah. In the past,
you've been calling.
I mean, daddy. No, in the past.
I think it's an American thing, really.
Probably.
Because the girls here do it now though too as well.
Oh, they're doing it now.
Yeah.
Like daddy. papi chulo.
I think it's definitely an American thing. And the American guys, they eat it up. They want to be your father so bad.
Yeah, well then bring that daddy behavior. What we call you daddy? You be a present daddy.
Bring
the daddy behavior.
Meanwhile, their own children, they haven't seen them in months. Meanwhile, this grown-ass woman is calling you daddy.
And you're not even taking care of your own kids, man.
Oh, man. People are so useless.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't deal. People are just so useless.
No, I mean... I mean, and guys say mommy, too. Like, it's definitely a New York thing.
I don't know.
Hey, ma. But
I think it's hey, ma, not mommy.
But I don't think when you're having sex, they're like, mommy. Like, that's a
I didn't even feel like you were gonna go there, but you still did.
That is weird, though. Yeah,
that's what I'm like. I don't think they say mommy. They say ma. Don't they?
No, they say ma.
When they're saying hello, but I don't think it's like they say it during the deed.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely not. I've never heard that. I think that would sound actually very weird.
It would sound very strange. That means it's that whole mommy issues type situation that's going on there.
But then it's a double standard again, because then why is daddy and papi okay?
I just said it's not okay for me.
It's not okay for you,
okay
but
for you.
But
it's okay for a lot of other people. But it's not okay. I just have to be very clear. I'm not calling like, someone daddy, father, dad, papi. Nothing. I'm calling you by your name,
daddy, father.
And if I'm not calling,
what about uncle?
I call Uncle John uncle all the time, but that's
so
not
you say
in there.
Uncle. I
say Uncle John, but not in an endearing
when you're
way.
The deed?
Hell no. The hell?
That's what I'm
not even saying uncle in an endearing way. I'm saying uncle to take the piss out of him because he acts like an old man. So he's like an African uncle type situation. Yeah. So I say it in like taking the piss out of his personality and his character, not in an endearing "come to me, uncle," huh?
Come to me,
weird.
Uncle. Yeah, that's
strange behavior.
Very strange.
No. I call him uncle, and then half the time I never use his name anyway. It's either Uncle John, or the boy's dad.
That's true.
That's it.
Wow.
Which is not. Yeah. So clearly, people need to try and stay within their age range if they can, because it's morally correct.
Try not to say mommy and daddy when you're doing the deed.
But you can do what you want.
Because it sounds very weird now when I think about it.
Now you think about it, it's very strange. Yeah. Because why would you want to say that? Especially because your mom and your partner. No.
Like, give it to me, daddy. Like,
yeah. You see? If you deep it, I'm calling nobody daddy.
Yikes.
It's not right.
It's not more.
Yeah, it's
you guys are all going to hell.
You're going to hell.
Hell, straight.
Jezebels.
Nasty work. Straight to hell you go.
Jezebels. But yeah. The girls should really stay away from the 20-year-olds. Let's just say that, and we'll just keep it pushing. But yeah, what's your last word?
I mean, as I said, as I get older, I feel like the whole age gap thing is not for me. I wouldn't be with a 20-year-old because I just feel like we wouldn't have anything in common. And at the same time, I do think of the men that I've dated in the past when I was younger that were much older than me. There's a bit of like a pedophile kind of like, what did you see in me? I was a baby.
Yeah. If you think about it, when you really
like, deep it, it's kind of like,
what were you even looking at, man?
Yuck. Because I wouldn't want Layla to be dating somebody.
But the girls these days, they're
20, 30 years older than her.
They're not checking for those type of guys.
Yeah,
they're just not.
Yeah.
We were money hungry.
That's what it is. Because I mean, now
we wanted someone who had a car.
These young kids are successful now at a very young age. So they don't
need to do that. Yeah, the teenagers in our day and ages were lazy. They were still asking for pocket money and stuff. I didn't have no time for that.
They're looking
Yeah,
for,
yeah,
like you
exactly.
said, somebody that had a car.
Exactly. Looking for someone's gonna take
yeah.
you and your friends out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what was gonna happen.
Wow.
I even forgot what you were wearing today and why.
Oh, yes. What am I wearing today?
I got frazzled with our day.
Frazzle, razzle, dazzle. Today I am wearing a leather skirt and mustard color off-shoulder jumper. And I decided to wear this today because the first outfit that I put on,
It didn't work.
wasn't outfitting.
Okay, so this
So
was
I
the
just-
second option.
If this was the second option, and I'm cold, so I'm not happy with it. But here we are, and we move.
We're moving. Either way, you put it together and it still looks
Yeah,
cute. That's all that matters.
Thank you. What are you
Yeah.
wearing today?
I'm just wearing I just couldn't be bothered, honestly. I couldn't be bothered. Couldn't be bothered to do my edges, so I wore my headscarf.
Yeah.
I couldn't be bothered to put a full face on, so I wore
Yeah.
my glasses. And then I just wanted to be warm, so I just wore my sweatshirt and some jeans. Nobody needs to see the fact that I'm wearing Crocs at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's no one's
I mean,
business.
it's cozy.
It's very cozy.
It's a
chic.
cozy
Yeah,
day
yeah,
today.
yeah,
I
cozy
like your
chic.
jumper though.
Thank you very
Super
much.
cute.
Thanks.
It's given.
It's razzle dazzling.
It's razzle dazzling.
Where did this even come from?
I don't know.
Because I'm
isn't
not
that
on
like
TikTok, so I wouldn't know.
It's I forgot what song it was. I don't know.
Sorry, it came from
But it's
song.
it's a song, and yeah, it's a
Doing
TikTok.
this
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I do it sometimes, like with the kids, and they'd be laughing, and I'm like, but where exactly did this even come from? Yeah.
TikTok is
If you're
I'm still trying to
navigate it.
Yeah.
No,
TikTok has really shown me my age. I'm going through a midlife crisis now.
we established that.
Yeah,
though, I
I'm
think
suffering.
last week. Yeah,
I'm really suffering.
yeah. I wonder what it is, because we have a 25 one when you turn 25, right? And then you think, oh my god, and you get yourself together.
See, I didn't have that one at 25.
I definitely had the 25 one.
I didn't have a 25 one. 25, I was still.
Yeah, I had the 25 one.
Yeah, no. I was.
I did the whole I need to get my life together. The 25 one. It wasn't so much a crisis. It was just like, whoa.
Yeah,
slow
down.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
I didn't. No. Not at 25. I was still, because I started late. 25.
Yeah, that's
I was
true.
like, I still wanted to.
Yeah. You're definitely having a midlife crisis
yeah.
now, but we wouldn't call it midlife though.
Yeah, it's not
because
midlife
this is not the
crisis.
middle
I'm
You're just going through it.
God forbid, please. Not yet, please. I have some things that I would like to accomplish first. And then, yeah, but we move. I'll figure it out.
Exactly. Please, since
I'm gonna go get a facial.
Since this midlife crisis is happening, don't go and try and find a 20-year-old.
Yes, yeah, no. I think that would age me.
Yeah,
more.
of course it would.
That would age
Trying to
me
keep
more.
up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
No.
That will definitely age you more. Anyway, put it in the comments, guys. See what you say. What do you feel about age gaps? What are we saying about age gaps?
Age nothing but a number?
Is age nothing but a number?
It is.
Exactly. Thank you for tuning in, because I am D.
I am Lish.
And goodbye from Malawi.
Bye, y'all.